What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. This one, again, is another one of those videos where I sit down and I talk about one of the interesting dilemmas that have come up in my life. So as I've been going through my life over the last couple of years, as you get know, even over the last couple of months, specifically this junior year and over the summer of my sophomore year of high school, I've been trying my very best to make as much money as possible, to chase my goals as much as possible, to do everything and become the best possible version of myself as much as possible. And in doing that, I've been able to make good amounts of money again and again, reoccurring monthly. So as you guys know, my business is service-based, where I'm helping homeowners with different things on the exterior of their homes. We're doing exterior services. Now, over the winter, one of our big services that we're gonna offer, and that is going to be a really quick, no-brainer, easy sell, is snow. We're gonna be selling snow, and a lot of people might be like, well, there has to be snow for you to sell snow, which is not necessarily the case in the way that I'm planning to sell it. Regardless of that, my point being, as you guys know, if you've been watching the channel for a very long time, or a long time in general, about a year back, around this time, we had the start of my wrestling season. And I made a lot of videos, had a lot of clips, had a lot of different things talking about my wrestling season, talking about wrestling in general. Now, the wrestling season's coming up, and the one thing that I must say about wrestling is that if you do wrestling, you can't really do anything else. And that kind of goes for a lot of fighting sports if you want to be good. Specifically with sports like wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, fucking all of that shit, right? If you don't train, then you're going to get your ass whooped. So you can't turn up and half-ass your practices, because then you're going to get your ass whooped in the matches, and that's not fun. And I've seen guys who go into matches, and they just get fucking butt-fucked, and then they break their leg. Right? One of the guys on our team, I don't know what the hell he did. He did some shit and he broke the dude's leg. Or he came out on crutches. But regardless of that, my point being is the wrestling season's coming up, and my choice is between wrestling and making money. And this is a very big dilemma because, to be honest, in my eyes, wrestling obviously is a very good sport. I'm just going to give you my point of view specifically here, and then I want you guys, any ideas you got, anything that you guys have to say regarding wrestling or boxing or whatever, any other fighting sports that you guys know, make sure you leave it in the comments. I'm happy to hear every single one of your guys' opinions on the topic, as long as you're subscribed. If you're not a subscriber, I'm sorry, I don't care. Regardless of that, overall, of course, wrestling is a very good sport. Yes, it's going to give me discipline. Yes, it's going to keep me in peak physical shape. Yes, it's going to teach me some ability to fight and defeat people who are possibly trying to harm me, possibly trying to do something bad to me. And on top of that, should be a good experience, right? The only thing with it is, like I said, if I do wrestling, my practices are going to be every single day, right after school for 3 to 4 hours. My school ends at around 3 o'clock. Our practice is starting around 3:30. We're running about 3 to 4 hours, which we're going to be ending at either 6:30 or 7:30 p.m. On top of that, I need to make sure that I'm constantly going to the gym, and the only time to do that is before school. So I would have 1 to 2, maximum 3 hours to do what I need to do. Then I have to go to sleep, then wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, hit the gym, go to school, and repeat that process. That leaves legitimately 1 hour, maybe 2, to do, no, not even 2, maybe 1 hour to do anything regarding money making, doing anything regarding recording, editing, any of that stuff is going to be basically impossible in that specific time schedule. As opposed to my second option is not doing wrestling and just doing what I've been doing, continuing to work, continuing to sell, continuing to make money, and grow my business as a result, and grow myself as a result. My other option is to do swimming, because the only reason my mom doesn't, because this is the big thing here, I would have already made a decision had my mom or my parents not butt in and given their specific opinion and given their input as to what they want me to do. My mom makes the point that wrestling, of course, is going to get me in better shape. It's going to teach me discipline. Those were her 2 main points. And her third main point is it looks good on college and I'm good at it. And obviously, you guys know that my plan is not to particularly go to college. It is to run my own business, make my own money, and become multi-millionaire. So in that light, it doesn't really make logical sense to then do wrestling, because I'm spending all that time and I'm not actually going towards my particular goal. The second option would be is she wants me to do some sport so that I can show it on college resumes, that I can show it to other people I did that sport, anything like that. And my second option would be to swim, which is significantly less time commitment, but is still time that has to be committed, right, with any sport, no matter what it is. So that would be my second option, is to swim and run my business at the same time, because I will still have some of the time after school, but certain days I won't have the time. Those are my 3 options: to swim and run my business at the same time, to wrestle and do nothing else, or to grow my business completely and utterly. And honestly, I need to put my chips all in one place. My personal opinion is I should probably just grow my business and spend my time and spend my effort on that. Because honestly, if I'm able to grow my business to 5 to 10 to 15 to 20,000 per month, that is going to significantly benefit my life more so than even if I was wrestling or even if I was doing swimming. And even on a college resume or a job resume, that is a more powerful lever or powerful thing that I can say that I have done rather than wrestling, rather than swimming, because that is experience in the field. That's my personal opinion. If I think about it from a little bit of a farther out perspective, it just really comes down to this. If you want to be successful, everybody knows this in every single video. If you watch anything motivational, anything about making money online or making money in general, you need to stay consistent. So if I've been consistent for the last 6 months, and then for the next 2 to 3 months, because it's a winter sport, 2 to 3 months, I'm going to completely stop and kill it. How am I I'm not keeping my consistency up. On top of that, well, that's fine. I'm gonna stay in good shape, but I'm not gonna be making money, and I'm not going to be growing my business in any way, shape, or form. My personal brand is not really gonna grow. I may be able to make some videos here and there, maybe on the weekend, on an off day, but that's still not gonna grow to the extent that I'm doing it right now. I'm recording videos almost every single day. I have an upload, long form to short form, long form to short form, like that, and it's just not gonna happen. My personal opinion is that I'm probably not going to do wrestling, and I'm going to give my full effort to my business, and I'm going to go all in. And if it doesn't work, fuck it, that's fine. But at least I tried. At least I gave it my all. At least I gave it my full effort and didn't half-ass it. I didn't go quit and do something else. I just gave it my full effort. That's what I think. If you guys have a different opinion, if you guys have an insight that maybe I didn't talk about here, maybe wrestling has a way to make me money, because I did talk about this as well. A lot of people make the point, well, if you do a sport, if you're really good at it, you can get a scholarship, number one, to college, and number two, you can make money from that sport. So in order to make money, I need to be literally the best. I need to be top 1%. And to be the top 1% in a sport like wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, all that shit, you need to be giving 100% effort, like I said. And if I'm giving 100% effort, as Andrew Tate said, actually, he was giving 100% effort to boxing, but he was not making very much money. So he decided to divert his effort from boxing to making money, and he became multimillionaire, as we know him today. It's very much the same thing. And the second thing is that we could potentially get a scholarship. Again, that's the same deal. I need to give full effort. I need to be one of the very best, if not the best, in the school, in the town, in the state to get a scholarship like that. And then I would need to continue through my college career in that sport, again, locking me down to not really many other options. Yes, sports are good, but on top of wrestling at school, I do my fight nights, and you guys know it, you guys see it on the channel. We're doing sparring. One of my last videos, I'll put it up here, was a sparring video. We do boxing, we do wrestling, we do fucking all types of shit that I stay in shape, I stay in fight shape. If anyone wants to fuck with me, they'll get fucked up, and that's just what's gonna happen. Those are my points. That's what I had to say. If you guys have any other insights that maybe points that I missed, things that I didn't address in this video, make sure you drop it in the comments, and make sure you drop a sub. You guys have been really helping me out. We've been doing the short forms, and you guys have been absolutely fucking killing it. I can't thank you guys enough, and I really want to continue doing all this content for you, for me, to document for myself, to document for you guys, so you guys can follow the journey, follow me from being here to becoming a multimillionaire. And when I do become a multimillionaire, I'm going to look back at these moments, at this time when I was recording and nobody was really watching except for maybe 20, 30, 40 people, and I was making some money but wasn't really there yet. These are the moments I'm going to look to reflect on, and regardless of that, make sure you drop a sub, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, boys.